countries.
Hello dear friends! Today we're going to start a brand new episode. Pay good attention to the informative sentences you are going to listen to. As we have started our story in the first module with the title of The Buried City. In this module, we are going to go on reading the same story.
In this episode, we are going to talk about countries discussing the following ideas. 1. The Buried City, the second episode. 2. Comprehension questions. 3. Grammar, reported speech. 4. Exercises.
Now, dear friends, we're going to continue what we have started about the story The Buried City in the last episodes. Here we are going to see our new friend in the story, Tariq Jamal, who lived in Montreal in Canada for 6 years. What was it like? And how does he feel to be back home? Let's see.
Canada Fact File. Capital City, Ottawa. Population, 32 million. Main languages, English, French. Native people, Canadian.
In the previous episode, we have seen how Tariq, the newcomer, was in the library and how he met Hussein there.
Hussein met Tariq at school. They talked about Tariq's life in Canada. Hussein: Okay, Tariq, can you tell me about Canada? What is it like? Tariq: Well, it's a lot colder than here. Snow covers a lot of the country for 6 months. It's freezing. There are areas of tundra that are frozen for most of the year. In Montreal, there's an underground city full of shops. Canadians like it because it's warm. Hussein: That's interesting. What do Canadians do in their free time? Tariq: Well, in winter, they like skiing and skating or traveling in snowmobiles. In summer, they enjoy swimming in the lakes. Hussein: What do you do in your free time? Tariq: I'm very interested in history. I love visiting old towns and cities. We can learn a lot from the past. I'm reading a book about our local history at the moment. Hussein: Are you happy to be home, Tariq? Tariq: Yes, I'm enjoying being back home. Canada is a very beautiful country, but there aren't any very old buildings. Hussein: I know a great place we can visit. It's an ancient city covered by sand. Tariq: That sounds like a great idea.
When Hussein got back home, Nadia asked him to tell her what Tariq had said.
Nadia: So, what did he say about Canada? Hussein: He said that Canada was a lot colder than here. He said that snow covered a lot of the country for, let me think, 6 months. Nadia: That's incredible. It's so different from here. What else did he say?
So, we have seen that Tariq was happy to return back home. And we have seen that how Canada was a lot colder than the place he is living now, and how snow covered the country for almost half of the year. Now, let's read the following sentences in order to learn something about the weather conditions in our country.
Vocabulary.
Snow, rain, storm, wind, cloudy, fog, freezing, cold, cool, warm, hot, boiling, humid, dry. It sometimes snows in Syria. It rains a lot in Syria. We have a lot of storms in our country. Wind is very strong in our city. Sometimes it is cloudy and foggy at the same time. In the spring, the weather is cool and warm. In the summer, the weather is very hot and dry. In the evenings, it becomes humid, freezing, and cold.
One. What did Tariq say about the weather in Canada?
He said that it was a lot colder and snow covered the country for almost 6 months.
2. What does Tariq do in his free time?
He said that in winter he likes skiing and skating or traveling in snowmobiles, while in summer he enjoys swimming in the lakes.
3. Is Tariq happy to be back?
Yes, he is.
4. What did Hussein suggest at the end?
He suggested to go to an ancient city covered by sand.
Grammar time. Reported speech.
When do we use reported speech? Sometimes someone says a sentence. For example, I'm going to the cinema tonight. Later, maybe we want to tell someone else what the first person said. Here is how it works. We use a reporting verb like say or tell. If this verb is in the present tense, it is easy. We just put she says and then the sentence. On the other hand, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, then usually we change the tenses in the reported speech. Direct speech. I like ice cream. Reported speech. She said she liked ice cream. Let's now see some examples about the tense change in the sentences where the reporting verb is in the past. Present simple. I like ice cream. She said that she liked ice cream. Present continuous. I am living in London. She said she was living in London. Past simple. I bought a car. She said she had bought a car, or she said she bought a car. Past continuous. I was walking along the street. She said she had been walking along the street. Present perfect. I haven't seen Julie. She said she hadn't seen Julie. Past perfect. I had taken English lessons before. She said she had taken English lessons before. Occasionally, we don't need to change the present tense into the past if the information in direct speech is still true. But this is only for things which are general facts. And even then, usually we like to change the tense. Direct speech. The sky is blue. Reported speech. She said that the sky is or was blue. Now, we are going to do the following exercise related to the text we have discussed formerly.
Copy and complete the rest of what Tariq said to Hussein. 1. He said that there were areas of tundra that were frozen for most of the year. 2. He said that in Montreal there was an underground city. 3. He said that Canadians like skiing and skating or traveling in snowmobiles. 4. He said that he loved visiting old towns and cities. 5. He said he was reading a book about local history. 6. He said he was happy to be back home. 7. He said that Canada was a very beautiful country, but there weren't any very old buildings there.
Now, dear friends, we're going to see the answers to the following questions and then try to report what they said depending on the tense of the questions and the answers at the same time. 1. What do you do in your free time?
I like playing computer games in my free time.
Amr said that he liked playing computer games in his free time.
2. What are you reading at the moment?
I am reading a book about math.
Ramiz said that he was reading a book about maths.
3. Where do you live?
Sana, I live in Aleppo. Sana said that she lived in Aleppo. Did you know that the world-famous waterfall Niagara Falls is in both the USA and Canada?
Here, we come to the end of this episode, dear friends. I hope that everything was clear, especially the grammar section, which was about the reported speech, which we are going to continue in the coming episode, explaining about reporting questions. To that time, we leave you with the care of Allah. See you!